Dead bugs are one of my favorite core stabilization exercises. They're really challenging, and you can make them harder or easier depending on your skill level. I like using the ball because it helps you engage your core even more. So if you're a dead bug veteran, this will actually help make the exercise a lot more challenging. And it's just a good cue for beginners if you're starting out. So here I've got 4 progressions for you. When you're just starting, you'll want to lay on your back with the ball balanced between your knees and your hands. You'll keep your knees bent and your core engaged with your back flat on the mat. Initially, when you first start, you want to squeeze the ball between your hands and your knees and maintain that pressure as you go. And then slowly inhale and lower one arm to the mat, and then exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower the next arm, exhale, bring it back, and then repeat with your legs. So you're just doing one limb at a time. This way your core is really learning how to stabilize and keep the ball in place and maintain a contraction as you're pressing that ball between your hands and your knees. When this becomes easy for you, so you can do maybe 10 to 15 reps pretty easily, you can start adding in one arm and one leg at a time. So you'll want to do opposite arm and leg. So you can inhale, lower your left arm and your right leg, bring it back as you exhale, then inhale, lower your right arm and your left leg. Exhale, bring it back. The trick on this is to make sure that you're still squeezing your other hand and knee with the ball. You want to maintain that core contraction, and you don't want to let your low back lift up off the mat. Make sure that you continue breathing as you do it. So inhale, lower your arm and leg. Exhale, bring it back to start. You can always pause and reset between each rep. Once those get easy and you're still doing really good squeezing the ball between your hands and your knees, you can raise your feet up off the mat. Again, keeping your low back pressed into the mat, core is engaged. And then again, inhale and lower one arm at a time, and then repeat with your legs one at a time. Start with this even if you'd worked up to doing opposite arm and leg with your feet on the mat, because it is much harder once you raise your feet up off the mat. So start with one arm at a time, one leg at a time. And once those get easy, you can work your way up to doing opposite arm and leg lowers. So if you notice your hip might click as you do this exercise when you lower your legs, so if it doesn't hurt, it's really nothing to worry about. It's just a muscle that's moving across your hip bone. If it hurts, then you'll want to decrease the range of motion, or even if the clicking just annoys you, like it does me, you'll want to play with the range of motion as you do it. So you'll notice I don't lower my feet all the way to the mat, because if I lower my feet any further, then I get that click in my hip. So I just lower my feet as far as I can. Keeping my legs straight makes it plenty challenging. So just find that range of motion where it's most comfortable for you. And those are your 4 progressions for the ball dead bugs.